This looks like it belongs in a Studio Ghibli film. Nah, imagine a McDonald's here though. A burned tree with unusually patterned wood. Spaghetti. Spaghetti is stored in the trees. I was on a car trip in California when I drove into Windows XP. Andromeda's actual size if it were brighter. Not that big. A deer wanders quietly into a church in France. Old gods. Beautiful Native American fire opal blade. Kill me with this. I heard you guys might like this. This faucet's water is running through the drain without touching it. A compilation of smoke rings from volcanoes. We get it, you vape. 8 rainbows. Wow. Like the video for good luck. Leprechaun convention. I was peeling this hard-boiled egg, and the shell came off in satisfying 2 big pieces. All 13 full moons of 2023. Every look iconic. Our lady cannot flop. After much thought and consideration, I have come to the scientific conclusion that we should use light show drones to scare the hell out of uncontacted tribes. This is literally the most beautiful formation and sunset you will ever see. Dream crystal. Simply beat the negative energy out of your life, like a baseball bat. I don't know how people handle the world without looking at pictures of little, tiny mice sitting on wheat. Thunderclouds look amazing from an aerial view. Underwater graveyard. Where is this? Underwater? Thanks. The sky needs to chill. No, it doesn't. Are you kidding? A painting within a painting being painted by the painter, painting the painting who is also painting himself. What the fuck? Putus use their body posture to camouflage themselves as part of the tree they're perched in. Mossy logs should be a thing. Oh boy, have I got some news for you. I'm a Minecraft blog. Thanks though. A time lapse of 1,000 sunsets. Nobody believed me when I said the moon lived in a big mountain, but now who's laughing? Now who's the weird moon guy? Now who's banned from my local library? I hate when people are like, oh, it's no big deal, I'm just doodling. And it's like, the weather during exams versus the weather during holiday. Slow clap. That's a peepee. This is beautiful. Ethiopian opal with a rare honeycomb pattern. No, it's an ancient dragon scale. I'm a geologist and I can confirm this is an ancient dragon scale. I didn't realize this was a reflection of the sky in a pond. For a second, I was thinking, well, that's terrifying. What if you fell down the hill into it? A buddy of mine found this dinosaur while on a hike the other day. Blood bounces quite strikingly on snow, not only because of the obvious color/contrast discrepancy, but the large difference in temperatures. Another post to add to the list of, I swear I'm not a serial killer, just a writer. I'm not even a writer, and this is awesome. I'm not even a serial killer, and I love this. I'm a serial killer. Do you ever just rub your eyes so hard you start entering some other galaxy of swirls and patterns? Yes, I thought I was the only one. We all have a time vortex in our eyes. Yo! They made that forearm tattoo into a real thing. 70,000 BC. I bet there'll be flying cars in the future. 60,000 BC. Just ordinary sheep after eating grass during winter season. I'm still laughing. Look at these idiots. Hey, don't call them that. Artist creates and distributes giant creatures into the wilderness for random people to find. I don't like this. Fireflies photograph in trees with long exposure. He was right. I do not believe my eyes. We are the first human beings to see a Mars sunset. You are my sun, my moon, and all the stars. Okay, damn, what kind of camera quality do you have? Because French artist known as the paving surgeon fills sidewalk holes with beautiful mosaics while people sleep. So I just got a shot of a rainbow and lightning in the same picture. Thor supports gay rights. Pass it on. If you can see a beach, ocean, sky, rocks, and stars, then you are an artist. But it's not a painting, it's lower part of the car gate which needs to be repaired. Yeah, I see it, but I'm still gonna say it's a beach with ocean, sky, rocks, and stars. A tropical typhoon hit this lagoon. Poor lagoon. A plane emerging from the sand 72 years after it crashed during World War II on a Wales beach. Nothing is more satisfying than someone walking right past your hiding spot in hide and seek. How old are you? That killjoy, living up to your name, I see. After a 20-minute flight over New York, Stephen Wiltshire, diagnosed with autism, draws the whole city with only his memory. One of my favorite, a deep purple geode that connects together perfectly. Every time an artist dies, God lets them paint the sky. Can't wait for my turn, I'm gonna paint peepees. And there goes the moment. Snow donuts are a phenomena which occur when the wind blows snow over a snowy layer of ground and other snow, and material is collected along the way until large rings of rolls are formed. It's lovely to know we live in a world with snow donuts. Snow nuts. Sometimes pictures can tell the whole story. The sunset was violently sudden and spectacular tonight. These pictures were taken about 2 minutes apart. Cave painting, dance scene. We are worth saving. Fairies definitely live here. bonus points. The Bible describes hell as a lake of fire and brimstone, aka sulfur. Sulfur actually burns a bright light, so every artistic depiction you've ever seen of hell is wrong. Actual sulfur-infused volcano in Indonesia. We are all connected. Nebula, the human eye. A death of a star, the birth of a cell. The universe, brain cell. There is a location in Japan known as the Sea of Japan, where snow, beach, and sea all meet. In South Dakota, there was a echo storm. The sky turned green when the blue light from the rain combined with yellow light from the sun. An introvert building. If humans were hurting the earth so bad, wouldn't there be more signs? Earth. A lighthouse in Michigan, before and after major ice storm in February 2021. Mac Bath. Was this really worth the joke? No. A corgi leading a conga line of pugs on an adventure. Gandalf? No. I can hear the blast in my head when they collide. Sound doesn't travel in space. You wouldn't hear a thing. And how do you explain all the sounds in Star Wars? Checkmate. This chromatic color typewriter was made to create works of art. This statue in Poland covered in snow looks like Darth Vader. Underwater photographer captures stunning images of the world's only known pink manta ray. Looks like a slug. What's that thing behind you? Stonehenge? Sure. It's not the Milky Way. Who the hell do you have beef with? Wouldn't you like to know? Bring a friend to the Forbidden Bidet. This is the first living coffin made from mushrooms. It's designed to decompose your body within 3 years, so you can become one with nature. World's largest quartz crystal. Amazing! It looks just like an elderly man. Over 20 African countries have come together to plant an 8,000-kilometer wall of trees, the entire width of Africa, in order to stop the spread of the Sahara Desert. A castle in Italy. Try building it on land next time, you stupid Italians. Try to screw off, you ignorant mother. Non sai di murder nanshi. Whoa, mamma mia. Bill Mayer. The Offering, 2017. How it feels to have a question. Correlation versus causation. Been thinking about trees. The last ones are hugging. Somebody tried to stump this squid by putting it in front of a background that its camouflage mechanisms could never hope to imitate, so it turned itself transparent. Stick it to the man, squid. Y'all just want to see a photo of my shrimp? I'm pretty sure I caught speaking directly to God. Why do you keep tagging this shrimp heaven now? In very rare circumstances, it is possible to see a full 360-degree rainbow from an aeroplane. Target locked. Firing lesbian ray. 150-meter aluminium sea serpent skeleton sculpture in France. Destructive beauty. There is no way any of these are real. I mean, I hope the one on the left isn't. That is probably the worst one to ever witness. This is so cool. Every person you look at, you can see the universe in their eyes, if you're really looking. If Saturn were as close to the Earth as the moon is, this is how it would look. Because if you have to kill somebody, you better do it fabulously. Stabulous. Stabulous. Santa, you better deliver. This isn't tea, it's punch, and it tasted bad. Don't put flour in your punch, kids. When you regret your aesthetic. A rare occurrence called ice halos form in skies on cold days and eventually move on making rainbow clouds. I went to the MCA in Chicago yesterday with my family, and my brothers matched these paintings, and then this happened. Accidental performance art. Priceless. I love this. Todd, why is the office flooded? Aesthetic. Actually, my gender is Thomas Jordan Photography. This is what hundreds of crows look like, resting atop beautifully snow-covered trees at night. Swamp in a boulder. Not sure whether to comment, that is a nice boulder, or get out of my swamp, because honestly, both apply in this situation. That, my friends, is an Ice Age goat. That's right, that's a 900-pound goat. Here, take another look. Anyway, yeah, the wild used to be a lot more wild. These traffic lights in India have the LED light go all the way down the pole to make it more visible. University science teacher in Taiwan is going viral for his insanely intricate blackboard drawings. How long do you think it takes him? What my eyes see versus what my camera sees. Mountains aren't just funny, they are hilarious. They're hilarious. See, I kind of have to say hilarious or else it just doesn't, I don't know. Pardon. Barn falling off into a swamp. If years ago you told me that signing up for this site would mean someday empathizing with a barn, I would have laughed so hard. The wear and scuff marks on this boat looks like an island in the sea. The most satisfying things in the world. Peeling the plastic off new things. Hydraulic press videos. Sky whale, sky whale, sky whale. No, look at that position of the tail fins. They're perpendicular rather than parallel to the ground. That's a sky shark. Once again thinking about the giant western red cedar trees that washed on a beach in Washington. In Spanish, when you want to encourage someone not to give up, you tell that person, person, lechuga, which is the short form pronunciation of never give up in Spanish. This is truly meaningful. Lechuga means lettuce in Spanish. Everyone, lechuga! Hey look, a seahorse. I laughed hard, you don't understand. Sometimes I scoff at Canadian stereotypes, but then I remember that in the north, there are actual photo taking contests for frozen wet hair. Because in the north, it gets so cold that when you take a dip in a hot tub or some hot springs, your hair can actually freeze in seconds. This is what Norway looks like. Or this part in Norway. Rendorstra? I don't know. So many dots. White, grey, and black colored pencils on A4 black paper. Is the person who drew this still sane? Never was. Never will be. Denmark architect builds oval-shaped properties in order to leave more room for a front yard and garden. What a player sees versus what Mario sees. I wish I was Mario right now. My log cabin just arrived from IKEA. If, by some divine mistake, you find the lady of the forest, you can only ask her a single question. Pray that it's one she knows how to answer. Who's a good girl? Who's a good girl? New bill, if approved, would let people in Maine have Viking-style funerals, so you can literally go out in a blaze. They should put a new continent here. I want to go to the trampoline bridge in Paris, France. London company replants your Christmas trees each year and returns the same tree the next year. When it hits 7 feet, it retires and gets planted in a forest. How I wish to be a horseshoe crab doing donuts in the sand. Alright, I'ma head out. There is a SpongeBob Pineapple Hotel, and I literally need to live here. Yeah, but what if it starts decomposing? Japanese railway companies test blue LED lights at stations and find that it actually decreased the number of deaths by 74%. There is a secret world, bro. Come explore. It's Spendors. Where? My view right now, bro. Well, the first one is the tip of a hypodermic needle. The second one is a viper's fang. The third is a spider's fang. And the fourth is the stinger of a scorpion. We are crazy. Humans are crazy. You can put googly eyes on anything. No one can stop you. Do you want to build a Why did I say Athe? Quick shameless plug. Can you guys follow me on Twitter, please? I would appreciate it. I do post some tweets and I post memes and I also sometimes tweet what the next video is going to be. This is the route your grandparents took to get to school. Gas station in Germany, 1958. Science. Lavender smell reduces depression, anxiety, stress, and loneliness. Me. Tapping a screen will never be as satisfying as slamming one of these down really hard. The gaping flame-filled crater has been this way since 1971, when Soviet geologists tapped into a cavern of natural gas and decided to burn it off so it wouldn't poison anyone. They thought it would take a few days. 4 decades later, locals refer to this pit as the door to hell. The melting moon, possibly the best photo manipulation of all time. When do we start closing down the golf courses to save water? It takes 185,000 cubic meters of water per year to irrigate the average course. That's a lot of water, so the 1% can... I don't know. Regardless, this image looks satisfying. That's what I was trying to get at. The Spaniards harvested these crystals and sent them by ship back to Europe. It was then that it was first determined how many quartz were in a galleon. In this cave once lived a truly vile and terrifying creature that put fear into the hearts of many brave medieval knights. Looks like a stone snake. Ancient weapons are so fascinating. Japan, Egypt, China, Russia. Buying a new phone isn't even satisfying anymore. It's literally just your old phone with a haircut. My brain. Slap them. Me. Why? My brain. You gotta. When I was a kid, the thought of heaven would scare me so bad I would get violently ill because I imagined it would just be a never-ending series of a cookie-cutter suburban neighborhood with a sky that was always sunny. Like this. Some of you really need to be taken down to the back hay paddock that's ready to be cut and be allowed to run through the long grass. Go on, get. The trouble with public art installations is that even among those that don't strive to be inoffensively bland, too many of them are designed to be cute or inspiring or edgy or otherwise provoke a specific, well-defined emotion. What we need is more public art whose intended reaction is, what in the goddamn? The Chicago Pants. Girl, they got a ramen noodle exhibit. It looks like a shower. You're getting showered by noodles. Let the noodles wash away your sins. Trees, like animals, can also experience albinism, though it is extremely rare. The reason it's rare is because without chlorophyll, the plant can't get energy and dies shortly after sprouting flourishing unless it has some other sources of food. So if you see a plant as big as this one in the picture that doesn't have any green in its leaves, it's getting its nutrients from the roots of a neighboring plant of the same species, feeding on the sugars created by the other plant's photosynthesis. Albino plants are basically vampires. Am I the only one really bothered by the fact that the strawberry and the blackberry are touching? Let them touch. They don't get too often because of their tragic forbidden love. Yeah, oh my god, this guy just wrote a whole like story about strawberries and blackberries. What is this site? 2 flavors, both alike in sweetness, in fair Verona, where we lay our scene. From ancient cold break, new freezer burn, where civil justice makes civil fruits unclean. Did you just turn gelato into Shakespeare? Gone with the internet. The Great Blue Hole is a giant sinkhole in the crystal clear waters of Belize. It has a depth of 407 feet and is now home to several families of hammerhead sharks. Hilden and Diaz create a chandelier that casts a creepy shadow to turn your room into a magical forest. A conductor on a Moscow train feeds a cat named Felix a sausage during a short trip in Staria, Russia. Felix shows up every day at 10:40 and has for several years. All conductors are aware of Felix and prepare a sausage in advance. The red rhyolite mountains of Iceland are reminiscent of the Martian landscape, don't you think? Wait, that's it. Iceland should be called Iceland. Wait, no, Redland. I don't know. Greenland's called Greenland, but it's not green. I think Iceland's just not real. Japanese police use a tactic called Bohan Yo Karaboru, where they throw balls full of paint to help track people and cars that flee a crime scene. You should just chuck these at people you don't like. Oh hey man, how's your day? Yeah, it was fine, thanks. That's kind of a bad response. Chucks this paintball at you. He's a criminal! He's got my phone! The most amazing crystal clear water I've ever seen. This reminds me of when I was in Turkey and I was swimming with this fish. This fish was following me. It was kind of making me uncomfortable. It wasn't even big either. It was just this small, like, I think it was, I forgot the color. Might have been a bit orange and black. And I put my hand out and it would sometimes come close to my hand, but then it would move back. Maybe it was trying to eat me. I don't know. I hope that fish is still alive. It probably isn't. How long? Yeah, it's probably dead. Fuck. Rest in peace. I'ma call him Joey. In 1998, Honduras built a bridge over the Choluteca River, but Hurricane Mitch rerouted the river. Mother Nature, the basket weaver, wind-blown blades of dried Nebraska grass are trapped in a wire fence, creating what it looks like to be a massive art piece. The sun's positions in the sky, photographed from the same location at the same time of the day throughout a year, lie on a closed curve called an analemma. Bizarre prehistoric plants found alive and well at the top of Mount Kilimanjaro. This is from Kong Island. King Kong probably lives on this island. Like, he lives on this mountain, sorry. 100%! Those things are massive. There has been a lot of good memes this year, but I think the underdog meme of 2014 is shaming aesthetic, bloggers who unnecessarily submerge things in water that should not be submerged in water. And obviously, they put it underwater. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, guys. I don't know if this is classified as a satisfying meme, but anything with snow, I kind of just think it's satisfying because I love snow. I'm from UK, so we hardly ever get snow, and if I want to go see snow, I have to go to France or go skiing somewhere. Or yeah, just use a plane. Edge of the world. Okay, this is not what England looks like. This is bullshit, what the fuck? Does not look like this. Maybe once every 1,000 years. Actually, no, come to Dover, you will be extremely disappointed. I can just imagine like a family coming here on a trip. They're just so disappointed. It's nice, but it's not like that. Artist Martyr creates giant replica of the Parthenon from 100,000 banned books. Okay, so I've been playing Euro Truck Simulator 2, and I've been seeing... Okay, I think this image is kind of satisfying, but yeah, this is the end of the video. And guys, I will let you guys know, I occasionally go live on Twitch. And yeah, if you want to see me playing games or just doing something, check me out on Twitch. Because as of recently, I have been going live. So, hey guys, it's VaazkL. Yeah, I'm surprisingly not AI. So we're going to be showing Oreo now. Oreo's my dog, and something's changed since you guys last saw him. He is, he can speak English.
Get that bloody camera off me.
What do you have to say to them? They love you, Oreo.
Get that bloody camera off me.